Karibuni sana. Thanks for joining the live. It's quite an abrupt live. It's meant to have an engagement, an early afternoon engagement. Yo, young mind. Flash joined. Okay, Fadila joined. All right, let's wait for everyone to join, or for a few of us to join, that we can begin. Today we are shooting live on Facebook and as well as on TikTok, and we're having a very special conversation around the journey, the lessons, how it's been so far. And the reason we are doing this is because we have an upcoming webinar, a masterclass, a beginner's masterclass webinar, and we are looking to have that masterclass with anyone who wants to start their Airbnb journey, or anyone who has started but is feeling stuck. There are a few things that are not clear to them, and they would like to have that kind of clarity. The masterclass is for you, and the link is on the bio. You can click and register for the masterclass. Yes, guys, looks great. Look great. Thank you. Grateful joined. Oh, that is your name. Okay, I got it. We are starting in a few, guys. Tap on the screen to attract the other people to keep joining us. You can tap on the screen, and then we can begin as soon as possible. We have a few questions that we just needed to answer. I will be joined by John, who will be at the background asking some very good questions, and I think it's important that we have everyone tuning in and listening to those vibes. Yeah, let's have fun on this live. Wacha tufanye kazi. Join, copy link. Na hii ingine share. Kuna hii inakataa kushare live link.
So the person behind the scenes is John Kakai.
Yes, guys, I'm joined by John Kakai, and I think we can pick it up from there. Let's start with the questions. Thank you so much for joining us. We are live on Facebook and on TikTok, and the reason we're having this session is just ahead of our beginners masterclass. We wanted to bring everyone up to speed on the person behind the masterclass program and how our journey has been all around. So yeah, let's go.
Yeah, so I think you've been in the business for quite some time, and people would also want to know in a nutshell who Mwema is. So I just want you to just tell us, share a bit about yourself, your background and journey before starting Airbnb hosting.
Oh, okay. So my name is Mwema. At the moment, guys would know me as the founder of Homes-by-Mwema. However, I have been in business development for the better part of my professional life. In sales and marketing, having worked for various companies, Safaricom, international companies like Tally Solutions, Centum, and with that background and working a lot with a lot of people and teams and people coming from various solutions that we were offering, I would say that also in terms of who Mwema is, I would say this would be a professional person, kind person, an honest person, mother of two, all these things, some of them being titles, some of them being roles.
Yeah.
And I think the most important thing here is the fact that before I even began the journey, I think for me it was more about always wanting better and doing better in life. So for me it was a hunger for more.
Yeah.
And everyone needs to have that kind of hunger for more. So getting into the Airbnb business for me was a drive to have more, and a solution, a transition into entrepreneurship, and from full-time employment into entrepreneurship. Yeah, basically that's Mwema.
Yeah, you know, I'm also just wondering how you're able to balance between, because I'm quite sure you just didn't come and set up immediately and start Airbnb and quitted your job immediately. There was a season where you were hosting and you were still working.
Yeah.
How were you able to balance the two?
It was tricky, but it was also very convenient. Being in the sales and marketing department, business development, I was already in, I would say, in leadership position. So I did have some time on my hands to try and handle business. And I started setting up Airbnbs systematically, in terms of when you set up, you put systems in place so that you're able to run your 9 to 5 without missing anything, and you're also able to juggle the Airbnbs. It's actually not as tasky as it seemed, because a lot of guests would call me when they would be coming or checking in, and then from there I would let my cleaners or managers handle the guests until probably after checkout. So it's a transition. Of course, with time, when I added the additional units, it became quite tasky, because there are more calls. You're now handling other units, you're now managing, so you're not able to do that on a full-time basis. But I was able to juggle 9 to 5. In fact, I would advise anyone to start from a point, if they're employed, of course.
Yeah, sure.
They can start it at the point of employment, so long as, of course, it's not conflict of interest with where they're working, and then grow slowly into that, because that gives you also a good basis.
Yes.
Yeah, think about the corporate clients also that I used to attract, because they're seeing that opportunity, the business meetings that used to happen. So I think it's something that comes as a plus. Yeah.
Oh, wow. And you know, I think, of course, now, because there are quite so many industries, what just inspired you to start up Airbnb and not any other business?
Freedom. I think it would be freedom, but if I'm very honest, I think for me it was I just wanted to take a risk into something. And I keep saying on one of these lives, on all these lives that I've been going to, that my friend was my biggest motivator. Yeah. So she had started her Airbnbs along Mombasa Road, and she would always be on call. She would always be just collecting money, because that is an inspiration.
Yeah,
money is an inspiration. She would always nitumie pesa, wake up kwa till number. So this kind of conversations that she would constantly have when you're with her were an eye-opener for me, and she did not gatekeep, and that's one of the reasons why we are having the beginners masterclass.
Yeah, sure.
We do not want to gatekeep any information. We would like for people to sign up and get to learn what does it actually take to start the Airbnb business and to scale it to a point of making profits.
Yeah.
So a lot of information is not very clear out in the market, the regulations, the taxes, and we'd like to bring that up to speed with everyone else, no gatekeeping. Yeah. So I think that is very important.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And was there a particular moment or experience when you had started that made you to say you want to do more of this business?
Yes. The first unit is always an inspiration. I don't know about everyone else. So I go to social media and I see people, want to, they're asking about, they're almost giving up, and it's their first unit they've just set up. And I'm wondering, how is that the case? Because my journey has been very different. When you start the Airbnb business, you see the money, you see an income flow that you did not have.
Yeah.
You might not even have gained some of those disciplinary measures of handling 2,000, 3,000, 5,000. You don't get that discipline from the word go, because I was coming from a point of earning a salary at the end of the month.
Yes.
So now you're transitioning into, yes, you're waiting for salary at the end of the month, but now you're also receiving 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 every single day.
Yeah.
So my first project made me want more, because for me that was an eye-opener. If I'm able to have these collections and then manage and make, learn about accounting and being able to set up systems in place, for me that was something I really was looking forward to. A lot of people normally say entrepreneurship teaches you some of these skills that you never learn in school.
Yeah.
And I think they're very right, because were it not for me getting into the Airbnb space, I don't think I would have learned a lot of these skills that I've learned at the moment. So just to get back to your question, the first business was an inspiration.
Yeah.
Because how I set it up made me gain a lot of lessons on the way.
Yes.
And for that reason, every other setup that I did was a perfection of the previous one.
Amazing.
Yes.
Wow, that's good. Yeah. And now I think if there's usually one of the toughest things is transitioning from a place where there's a guaranteed end of month salary to now setting, continuing with the business you had already started. How was that transition for you?
Like completely moving from 9 to 5?
Yes.
Okay. So for me, it wasn't a smooth transition, I would say, per se. The first instance, by the time I fully transitioned into entrepreneurship, into Airbnb space, I was already in top leadership position in terms of business development.
Yeah.
So I was going to proceed with the 9 to 5 at some point to a level.
Yeah.
But something happened, life happened, and where I was, they were not able to meet my end of the bargain.
Yeah, sure.
So salaries delayed, 3 months unpaid dues.
Yeah.
I have teams that are reporting to me. I'm now getting into my pocket to help them with the transport and things like that. It was beginning to get so messy.
Yeah.
So I felt it was a decision that God was just driving me to fully transition into the businesses that are already running.
Yeah, sure.
And for me, that is a very smooth transition. It's not a smooth transition, but I say it is gracefully transition, because I feel like God had greater plans for me.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
And as any other business, there's usually that special feeling of your first client. How was that experience with your first guest?
It was unbelievable. I think it was unbelievable. But like I said previously, it was unbelievable because I wasn't understanding how someone has a client. My first client came from my friend. Yeah. Before I could even finish setting up the unit.
Yeah, sure.
She called, she kept on calling even the previous day, like, umemaliza nyumba. Have you finished setting up this house, you know?
Yeah.
So for me, it was a game changer.
Yeah.
So when I finished and the client was put in the house, and someone is sending me 5,000 shillings, my God, I was like, oh my God. Unajaribu kusema aje, so tuko biashara sasa.
Yeah.
So for me, it was an eye opener.
Yeah.
It's a very good feeling, and I think entrepreneurship is really underrated sometimes, because it's a balance between the freedom, the feeling that is what you're talking about right now, and discipline.
Yeah.
Because you can easily decide to go use the 2,000 shillings immediately, and you forget you have rent at the end of the month.
Yeah.
And that's why systems are important for us to put in place.
Yes, true.
So again, beginners masterclass. People should sign up for beginners masterclass on 23rd of March.
Yeah.
Sign up. The link is on the bio, beginners masterclass, and we will take you through all these lessons we're discussing today. Yeah.
Amazing. So like, how did that experience set a tone for what followed next? Because of course now when you begin, the business begins paying off, and maybe you want to expand. How did that set the tone for you?
I would say it slowly set the tone. It slowly set the tone because while you're busy hosting, because that's the work now. You're hosting. You're trying to work with the cleaners. You're trying to work with security guys on the ground. You're trying to set up the systems on the app, Airbnb, Booking.com, and all these systems that work for you.
Yeah.
Because I had been in business development for a long time, I wanted to look at a scalability that makes sense.
Yeah.
So after 3-4 months, I was already looking for a more prime location.
Yeah.
Of course, we got to have some challenges with the previous unit.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, those are some of the things that I think we should discuss, because the house was not like set up in a wow.
Yeah.
It was not. It's all wow. So, but what happened is, because of that quick setup, there are a lot of things that were rushed.
Yeah,
the sofas that you selected,
yes,
the colors that you selected were really rushed.
Yeah.
So I remember trying to change them after 2 months, 3 months. I'm trying to sell the sofa, get a new one.
Yeah.
So I'm also trying to bring in a new fridge, because the other one I felt was again too small.
Yeah.
So some of those changes for me set up a tone into transitioning into the next one.
Yeah.
So a quick one was, again, when you get a long-term client, say a client that stays for a month.
Yeah, sure.
Then some of the funds that you've received, out of the 1 month pay, plus your salary. Remember, I'm still on salary.
Yes, sure.
Plus your salary, you can use that to transition and get a unit at a more prime location.
Yeah.
Or even a bigger unit,
depending
on where your situation. So that for me helped me transition into a second unit.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And so how has the Airbnb business evolved from your first listing to now? Because you're at this point, you're not just hosting, you're also managing. How has that evolving been?
Okay, I think it's been gradual. And I like that about my journey. Let me just be honest, because as opposed to I've seen people doing 5 units at the same time.
Yes.
And then it fails terribly.
Yeah.
Because you did not consider some aspects.
Yeah, sure.
So I am very grateful for a very slow journey, not really slow, but graceful journey.
Yeah.
Because it's been moderate, gradual growth.
Yes.
So after the first unit, in fact, if I was looking back and I was looking at, there's no units that I've set up before 6 months. So I always give it a period of 6 months before I set up another unit.
Wow, amazing.
Yes. So 6 months being the minimal.
Yeah.
Yes. And then I look at factors that will drive me into getting a particular unit.
Yes.
For example, is the first unit not available, and now people are looking for me and I can no longer offer them a place to stay? Then that's reason enough for me to get into another unit.
Yeah, sure.
So that happened a lot. I would set up, I remember my first unit in Kilimani.
Yeah.
I set it up, and within a short period of time, I got a client for 8 months.
Wow.
Yes. And this client is paying monthly.
Yeah.
So what do I do for 8 months?
Of course, you have to.
Yes, exactly. So now you're there thinking, okay, what am I doing for 8 months?
Yeah.
So for these 8 months, you can do your math calculations and then decide, out of every monthly pay, together with a salary, then I can do another unit by the 3rd or 4th month.
Yeah, sure.
You're right.
Yes.
And then now, by the time the 2nd unit or 3rd unit is picking, now you'll have a transition and you'll have recovered from the expenses that you incurred.
Yeah.
So it's been a gradual process, and then now management came in when people started seeing me online.
Yeah.
When people started seeing me online, and in some of these groups that we are in, a lot of people are in diaspora, and they're not able to handle work. At the same time, they have empty units left back in Kenya. So that is business that was untapped for them. So that is how management started coming in for me.
Amazing. So just to break the tone, do you mind just sharing what are the services that you offer aside from hosting and management? What other services do you offer?
So I offer consultation, which is basically a guide, a one-on-one guide to anyone who wants to begin the journey but they do not know where to start from. Then I also offer management, which is what we've just talked about. You have a unit is already in place, but you have no maybe idea on how to go about it, or you want to increase your occupancy. I also have photography. I also do photography and videography. I also do listing optimization, and I also do listing optimization. Yes, we have a guest coming in.
Amazing.
Nilikuwa nataka kuinterrupt. Zile curtain ya nini ile nani atanitengenezea inaanguka?
Which house?
902.
David. Let me call David. Ndapigia David.
Inaanguka.
Haya, wacha tupigie David. So unaona mambo ya hosting ndio hii sasa. Haya. So photography and listing, consultation, management, and then I also want to talk about listing optimization, which is basically you're not able to have applications that are getting you to have clients, or you have those applications but they've never got a new client. So that is what we call listing optimization. And then of course right now we are scaling into other things that are add-ons. Automatically the business is forcing us to go into that direction. So we have transfers, airport transfers, tours and travel, and we are getting into that space where guests are really looking for personal services that can be offered to them. So that's where we are.
Wow, that's amazing. So just as we continue, what has changed in your approach, one, in how you set up, and guest experience? What has changed over this time that you have been hosting?
One word that's really coming to my mind is luxury. When you're setting for the first time, you don't have luxury. It's very few people have the budget to set up for luxury. So you're setting up for people to sleep. It's an accommodation, for lack of a better word. So for people, it's a bed and everything, a couch to sit on TV. But now I think my transition has moved into luxury setups, where you have AC, you have decor that is very touching, you know, things like this, like at the back here. We have decor that speaks for you. We have pickup services, I mentioned, from the airport, concierge services. We have chefs that can be offered to you. We have, because we have selected units that offer luxurious amenities, swimming pools and the gyms and the sauna. Because again, I feel like it's not just a me issue. It is where the world is taking us. We are getting to a space where everyone wants to feel the luxury. I would rather save and go for a very luxurious vacation or staycation, other than just a normal place here. So it would take time, but I would go for a vacation that's worth it. And that is the space that we are getting into.
Amazing. And what are the biggest milestones or proudest moments that you've had as a host?
Okay.
Yeah.
The biggest milestones or private moments? I think I've had quite a number of milestones.
Yeah.
And you see, for us, milestones are tiny things.
Yeah.
Ukipata guests, well, 1 month, 2 months, that
Yes.
is a game changer.
Yeah.
You feel
occupancy.
like, yes, occupancy of a month.
Yeah.
Why? Because it gives you room to breathe.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That constant marketing
Yeah.
for you to get a daily client
Yes.
kind of tones down, it reduces a bit. Not stopping, but it's reducing a bit.
Yes,
So
yes.
for us, yes, long terms, I've gotten the privilege of hosting quite a number of long terms. And then another milestone would be the fact that I feel like social media has really accepted me very well.
Yeah,
I've seen people struggle with social media.
Yeah.
Especially, TikTok, I'm not getting, but I think it's just the grace of God.
Yeah.
Every time I get online, there's always someone there who's listening.
Yeah.
There are people who reach out for consultation on every single day.
Yeah.
Management. Another thing that has really worked charm for me is the fact that even with management, I offer complete visibility.
Yes.
A lot of people are missing that. They don't have that.
Yeah.
So that has been a plus for me. And the fact that I'm showing you exactly what is happening even before you start management is a plus, is a game changer. So those are some of the big wins I think I've had. I've also had the privilege of getting very good landlords.
Yes.
Ooh, I think that is a topic we need to discuss in the beginners masterclass. Guys, 23rd of March, we need to join the beginners masterclass. The link is on the bio. It's a Google form. You fill it up. At the end of the form, there is a payment details. And if you're not able to get the link on the bio, guys, you can DM and we'll send you the payment details for the masterclass. Remember, you can choose to have a one-on-one earlier, or you can wait for the masterclass. The option is open, the tables are open for you. So now I think that for me is very important. Yeah.
Amazing. And of course now, in every business, mostly when you're just starting up, there are always some mistakes that you make, that ends up costing you either financially, emotionally, or guest experience wise. So what are some of the mistakes you made that costed you?
Mistakes are many. And I remember sharing the first unit, and haya tuko na guest ajaribu kuingia pia. Is it a guest or is it Violet?
It's Violet.
Okay, so when it comes to mistakes are there, and we are there to learn from our mistakes. So one of the mistakes that we have been facing is maybe you didn't get time to look at the first unit. I remember I mentioned this, so some of the things you did not select properly, the items, the sofas and everything. So you're finding it very hard to transition into better luxurious things because you have to sell this one and you have to get another one. So those are some of the challenges that we faced. I remember one of our guests came, and based on the unit that we had selected, they came with a girlfriend, and I've said this story before, and the girlfriend said they don't want to stay in that building. Why didn't they want to stay in that building? Because the building was old from outside. And I did not consider that an issue at all when I was setting my first unit. And these are some of the reasons why people consult before they start. So I think that is one of the reasons why we're doing some personal one-on-ones with people who are starting, so that it's very straightforward to them and they can pick up the lessons as they go.
Amazing.
Yeah.
What's that one thing that you would never do again as a host, and why?
The one thing that I will never do again, compromise on quality. I would never do that again. I would never also, in terms of guests, I would never lean too much trust into business. Is business.
Yeah, sure.
You're getting to a point where you're trusting your guests so much, and then they go without paying you.
Yeah.
Yes. Put systems in place so that they know what payment processes need to be followed.
Yeah. Sure.
Same thing that happens with your managers, your cleaners. You have to have systems in place to regulate their approach to guests, to regulate the standard of their units and everything else.
Yes.
So I feel like there are some mistakes I can never do them again.
Yeah.
And a lot of beginners are still making those mistakes to date.
Yeah.
Ameosha pesa, the client went to the money, or they did not pay, or they trusted the cleaner so much. Now the standard was compromised. Such things are still happening with the beginners. They underpriced because they did not want to
lose out on clients.
You get that?
Sure.
So I think that for me, some mistakes can never repeat themselves. But we learn every day.
Yeah, amazing. So looking back, what's something you wish you knew before you started hosting? That one thing that everyone in every industry, there's always something they always wish they knew a few years before entering into a certain career or a certain business. So what's that one thing for you?
I think for me it would be the same things that we just discussed, the mistakes that you did, so that you'd avoid them, right?
Yeah, sure.
But I would say one thing that I wish I knew is that it's not that scary to jump from 9 to 5 to business. I think a lot of people have that, and it's very scary. Let me take back my. It's very scary actually when I get into that space. But if you think, for those who are there, then they would probably confirm that sometimes a leap of faith can take you places, and you don't have to jump.
Yeah, sure.
You can take a step. Yes.
A day at a time.
Yes. You do not have to jump. Quit your job, quit your full income, and then jump. No. What you can do is take a step. Start that business when you're still employed, so you have a buffer. And then now, I think for me that would be my biggest lesson.
Amazing. I think what I'm getting from you is you can, as much as you have set up a unit and it's also bringing in some money, but you can take a step and have that slow transition to a point where the business is able to sustain itself and also sustain your needs as a person also, because of course one of the things, even when we were studying business, is that the business is also supposed to pay you as an entrepreneur. So that you're able to make some profits and do 1, 2, 3 things. So that is quite key and very profound. So another question that is very interesting is, of course, in the hosting business, not everyone has the same mindset that this is someone's business. Sometimes you find hard clients or difficult clients. Have you ever been in such states? How did you handle it?
Every day. I think that is now the bread and butter. That is the bread and butter of the business. Handling difficult clients. I think after every 5 smooth clients, you get 2 difficult ones. It's just the statistic of the industry, I think, and that's just my numbers. Of course, I'm not saying that. But it is almost every single day. So when it comes to tough clients, I've had clients, for example, who want to check out in the middle of the night because they owe you and they don't want to pay.
That's something serious.
That is something very serious.
Yes.
So they want to check out at in the middle of the night because they don't want to pay you the balance.
Yeah.
So again, gets me back to the same discussion we just had.
Yeah.
System, there are mistakes I cannot do now
Yes,
as
yes.
a host.
Yeah, sure.
But there are things people are still doing. They're still trusting.
Yeah.
And you know this, it's never all that bad.
Yeah.
They start by paying you.
Yes.
And getting you the money on time,
Yeah.
and then they slow down. They tell you, "We'll pay tomorrow." Then they pay, but then it gets to a place where you can't have a consistent stream of income.
Yeah.
Because you're not sure.
Yeah, sure.
So for me, I think also one of the things that I put in place very earlier, the fact that I'm a very good communicator with the security guys.
Yes.
I build a relationship from ground up,
Yes.
right at the gate.
Yeah.
So I remember that client, and before he could leave,
Yeah.
the security called me
Yes.
and told me, "Is your client checking out? It's 3:30
Yes.
a.m. 3:30
Wow.
a.m. Is your client checking out?"
Yeah.
I asked which client.
Yeah.
Nine. That's the house. I don't want to mention.
Yeah.
But yes, I said no. The client is not supposed to come out from the client was supposed to extend. So what's happening?
Yeah.
The client is at the gate with the suitcases, and they have paper bags
Yeah.
that have some of my items.
Wow. So it's like they came shopping.
They have paper bags that have some of my items.
Yes.
And so the security was concerned. Why are they having trash bags? These black trash bags.
Yes,
Why
yes.
are they having these black trash bags?
Yeah.
I've never driven so fast. I woke my husband up and I was like, "Wait, Wendy, let's go. Let's go and service this."
Yeah.
One, because he had a balance, and
Yeah.
two, because there are things
Yeah.
that he had spoiled in the house,
Yeah.
and he was supposed to
replace
or repair.
Yes.
So we found him there,
Yeah.
and he paid.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
And
that
many
means
others,
he
many.
was trying to ditch it.
He was trying to ditch it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so compared to how you handle
Yeah.
these situations, or some of these situations
Yeah.
before, when you were still a novice in the business,
Yes.
and now,
Yeah.
how would you say, or what mistake did you make when handling some of these issues before, and how would you handle them now that you have been in the industry for a long time?
I would say, at the beginning,
Yeah.
when you're very young,
Yeah.
you're always looking at everything. Not that I'm old, please, guys. When you're young in the business,
Yes.
when you're just starting,
Yeah.
you're always looking at someone offending you.
Yeah.
You're never looking at it from their end.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
So I would easily, at that time when I was beginning, I would easily get offended if a client is delaying their payment. I feel like
Yes.
they're breaking the rules.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And then I would easily get so upset and
Yeah.
use fuel,
Yeah. Yes.
in places where a phone conversation would have sufficed.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So in that case, what my biggest, I think, transition or lesson, if I'm getting your question correctly,
Yeah.
would be just to breathe and let systems handle it.
Yeah.
The minute I started giving this or delegating these roles
Yes.
to security personnel,
Yeah.
to police,
Yes.
to allowance,
Yeah.
duration time, considerations that are very reasonable.
Yeah.
For example, if a client is checking in
Yeah.
at say noon,
Yeah. Sure.
they have not paid.
Yeah.
How far can you stretch it for them to access their payments and pay you?
Yeah.
And can you help them fast track the process?
Yes.
For example, if they have the money in dollars,
Yeah.
let them give you the dollars.
Yeah.
Be easy. Don't say
Yeah.
I don't take I don't take dollars, I take Kenya shillings. If you don't have M-Pesa,
Yeah.
no, because that was there before.
Yes,
Because
yes.
I'm thinking, okay, now who is going to take those dollars?
Yeah.
Now who am I going to send? But
And maybe you're also afraid of the currency fluctuating.
the currency
and everything.
fluctuating and
Yes.
everything, but you can work it out reasonably.
Yeah.
You'd rather mark up
Yeah.
the cost of you coming
Yeah.
and getting the money from him,
Yes.
and then going to do the actual exchange.
Yes.
So those are some of the things that I got to learn. can I start training my cleaners?
Yes.
When they take money from the clients, they go to B, and they can send me the money by M-Pesa.
Yes.
That way, you waste a lot of time and movement and everything else. So I think those are some of the systems that I was able to quickly put in place. Yeah.
Amazing. So what are some of the lessons that you have learned over the year that has completely changed how you host?
Be hungry. I don't think there's a bigger lesson. Be hungry. Be hungry and be willing to take a risk.
Yes.
And I think it cuts across all businesses. At this point, it's not just about Airbnb business. I think it just cuts across when you be very professional.
Yes.
I have seen some of the people that have been in my field that have been trashed also on social media.
Yes.
Or on these groups that we're in. Because they were not professional. You spoke badly. You spoke to agents badly, and agents are giving you clients.
Yes.
So some of those things are big lessons that you can quickly learn. You don't need to go to school to learn. Be very professional in how you handle your guests and how you speak up also on social media and very other platforms.
Sure.
I get to the social media also, and I see people just while everyone is trying in their own niches, there are many gaps that you can see that people are trying to escape. The professional aspect and how you actually handle the whole situation. So I would say for me those are lessons that I can draw and I can easily tell anyone for any industry.
Amazing. Professionalism. I think that's quite very key, because when you're not professional in whatever you're doing, in one way or the other, people tend to withdraw from you.
Yes.
You see, because it's not like people, one of the things I've learned about business, it's not like people don't have the money, but they want to get value for their money.
Yes.
So if you're not professional with them or how you're handling them, it tends to cause a star.
Yeah, that's true.
So now on to our next question. How do you keep, because now mostly this hospitality business, what you used to do back then needs to have changed. So how do you keep improving your guest experiences?
That's a good one. I think one of the ways that I keep improving guest experiences is through automation, and I've talked about this in most of the one-on-ones and most of the videos that I do, especially on TikTok, Instagram, social media in general. So one is automating.
Yes.
I have come to realize guests they don't want to wait. You shouldn't keep a guest waiting. For example, if an inquiry comes in, you cannot respond after 30 minutes and expect you to maintain your super host status. Okay? So you need to respond as soon as possible, almost immediately. So what I've done is I have set automated messages, and I work very closely with apps. So that I'm able to automate. Again, you're not able to automate if you're on manual processes. So for me, that has been very key into transitioning and into adopting what everyone else is doing. Another thing is communication. I have perfected the art of communication. Not too nagging. There are people who are very nagging. Well, anything else I can help you with? What can I do? Can I come? First of all, this thing of being in the guest space,
Sure.
It's very annoying. A lot of guests don't want that. They don't want you to be in their space. These are private staycations. So how do you automate that, but at the same time make it very effective? So communication at certain specific times. I do that. Okay, so giving them their space and then asking them if they are comfortable with you sending someone or you helping them with ABCD,
Yes.
or if they would like to have any recommendations from
Yes,
you.
yes.
So I think again it's almost very similar. It's almost very similar to the professionalism that we talked about.
Yeah.
So I think for me that has done. Yeah. Is there anything else regarding transitioning and getting into that space? Yeah, I think basically that's it.
Okay.
Adopting, of course, technology
Yeah.
to market.
Yes.
Because now that I'm in the management space,
Yeah.
you have to get to a space where now you market the units outside of the applications that you use.
Yes,
So
yes.
websites, social media.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course now without a doubt, we've started picking in some tech.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Now we are getting into a space where now you've become by force, by fire, content creators.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. So I think one of the things that is also just standing out is systems.
Yes.
Being able to put systems in place that are able to help your guest at the same time feel, because some part of the things that people usually rate you with is how you respond to them, how quick you respond to them, and all that. So when there are systems in place, you're able to do that, and someone is able to feel like, yeah, this person is responsive. Amazing. What business skills have you learned along the way? Like, since you
Skills.
started? Yes.
Content creation. I've become a content creator.
Yeah.
So I think one of the things that is I've just mentioned is automatically you start thinking, okay, wacha nifanye hii, because it will give us X number of views, and these views will turn into followers and blah blah blah, depending on your target.
Yes.
So that is one that I keep on learning every day. Two, I think it would be systems in terms of automation. I've had to learn automation. I've had to learn how a particular application would work end to end. Something that the reason why a lot of people are showing up for management is because they do not want to learn that. They don't have the time to learn that. They are not close enough to learn that. So because you know how to learn that, or you've learned that, then you can give us those services and help us by generating return on investment for the businesses. Another thing that I've probably learned is, and I've said it in a previous video, is accounting. I've now learned, this is business money. This is not my money. So separating that is very, very important. Because one thing that will come to you as you're doing your first Airbnbs is your money will be sent to you via M-Pesa. Mobile money. Airtel money, whatever you're working with, your normal pay bill that comes to your phone. So it's very tricky if you don't start putting systems in place, implementing how or looking at how you will transition into a business bank account. So I think for me, those are some of the things that I've picked up along the way. And of course, I'm doing courses. I'm still taking up courses, classes, private classes, entrepreneurship classes. I'm now taking up property management classes. Things that are scaling you onto the next level. Amazing.
So how have these skills impacted how you price? Because in this industry, I think pricing is one of the keys of the key things that affect how the business moves. How has these sets of skills you've acquired down the way and the experience helped you or impacted your pricing strategies?
Okay, so I would say one of the key things that the skills has impacted on pricing would be the ability to tell when the seasons are high and when the seasons are low. So that way, with the additional automation that you have, you're able to price effectively and work with what we call smart pricing. Smart pricing picks up from the market, and you're able to tell when you can hike your prices
Yeah.
to meet the lower seasons that you were never met,
Yeah.
or you can lower your prices,
Yes.
but to an average price where you are still able
Yeah.
to meet your needs. So that is something we do daily,
Yeah.
and we do that on the system,
Yeah.
balancing incomes total,
Yeah.
for hosting price,
Yes.
and everything else. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So now this is getting more personal, but it's also still in the business. Where do you see your Airbnb business going in the next 1 to 3 years? Yeah.
Good one. Where do I see my Airbnb business going in the next 1 to 3 years? I see us handling quite a number of units. I
Yeah.
see the company growing potentially to have many employees.
Yes.
And it's not just many, it's a reasonable number that can accommodate management services
Yes.
across Kenya.
Yeah.
And I'm sticking to Kenya right now, although we are already getting inquiries for managing units in various parts outside the country.
Yeah.
So I'm also seeing us scaling in the next 1 year into the travel and the add-ons that we mentioned,
Yeah. Sure.
going full blast, meaning we'll have our own services for transport,
Yeah.
and our own services for the additional services, chef services that you want to offer to your guests.
Yes.
So we want to personalize that so that it's very specific.
Yeah.
So it's a full brand that is coming into place.
Amazing.
We already have systems and everything set up for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are looking at accommodating additional units.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. So what would you advise
Yeah.
to someone who wants to start hosting, but they are still unsure or afraid to start?
Oh, yeah, that's a good question. There's start. The start. Yeah, there's no other button I can press for you other than that one of start.
Yes.
Because if you don't start today, someone else will start today,
Yes.
and you will still be left behind.
Yeah.
If you don't start now, you're not going to pick up the lessons.
Yes.
Someone else will have picked up the lessons while you're still making the same mistakes in the same industry.
Yeah.
So start. There's no other point, or there's no other reference point. However, start correctly.
Yes.
Start with the knowledge.
Yeah. Sure.
Start after consulting.
Yeah.
Start after doing your research.
Yes.
Yes. So start with a reasonable budget as well. You can't. We don't want to make the same mistakes of starting with the very low budget and then now missing out on the important aspects.
Yes.
Remember, I mentioned we are getting to a space where it's now luxury. You're selling luxury.
Yes. Yes.
So if 90% of the people around you are selling luxury,
yes,
and you're not selling luxury, then high likelihood they will take up your clients.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And I think that's why nowadays hotel business has gone a bit low, because people are now looking for Airbnbs with specific, because I think Airbnb is selling more than hotels at the moment. And I think that just brings me to a question. You've mentioned consultation. What are some of the things that are included when someone decides to come for consultation and all that?
Yeah.
What are some of the things that are included in that package?
Yeah. So for hotel industry, I don't think I have a very huge concern for hotels. Hotels will probably still remain. We have some of the facilities that are given in hotels that might not be accommodated in apartments.
Yes.
Groups, very large groups, and things like that. But and you see, I always believe in everyone has their own customer.
Yes.
Everyone has their own niche.
Yeah.
So when it comes to consultation, we offer one-on-one conversations where we get to understand your perspective as an individual. And you get to have information directly from a super host that has been in the industry.
Yeah.
So we get to discuss marketing, we get to discuss prime locations, we get to discuss what are the prices that are currently running the market versus what the return on investment.
Yes.
Now, part of that consultation also we cover listing optimization, because I've realized a lot of people who come for consultation have a listing already, but it's not working for them. They're not getting any guests. So we do what we call listing optimization inclusive in the package. So we try as much as possible to handhold you in order for you to stand on your feet.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So what's one mindset shift that helped you in growing your Airbnb hosting business? Because the mindset also matters when it comes to
really
business.
matters. Yes. I would say one of the mindset shift is I don't want to use the word entrepreneurship mindset.
Yeah.
And but I will need to use it, because one of the key things that I tell anyone who comes in for consultation or to my online clients, I tell them, do not start the business as a side hustle, because I feel like that is a mindset shift that everyone needs to stop having.
Yeah, sure.
The minute you label your business as a side hustle, the chances of it scaling are minimal.
Yeah.
Okay? So you come in, you have the ability to set up a 2-bedroom unit with your budget, but you're still thinking, I'm a nianze in a studio.
Yeah.
That is a mindset issue.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
So not willing to take up the risk.
Yes.
In every business, the bigger the risk, the higher the returns.
Yeah.
Okay?
Sure.
You want to say, wacha tu nianze, and I've already explained to you probably, when it comes to a studio, your return is what, 20,000, 30,000 a month?
Yes.
So if you're going to be able, if you're going to get comfortable with receiving small tokens, because that's very kidogo, and you're comfortable with that, then that you'll always remain in a side hustle mindset.
Yes.
But if you think entrepreneurship, if you think scaling, if you think systems, then the universe aligns itself with what you want. Yes. Leo nimekuwa motivational speaker.
Amazing. It's always amazing when you have stayed in a certain industry for some time. You provide mentorship as a way of giving back. And I think that's just what you're doing right now. Because people are learning, people are growing. People are changing their mindset from a side hustle kind of mindset to I'm willing to put in more in
and
this.
Get more.
Yes. So what is that one thing guests always compliment, and one thing you always want to improve? So one thing that guests always compliment, and one thing that you always want to improve.
Oh, okay. Let me start with what they compliment. I think when you go to the Airbnb app, the one thing that has never gone down for me is my response rate and communication. All the reviews have that one thing in constant, and I'm always looking at them very keenly, like, oh, okay, that's a plus. They always comment on my communication skills, and they will always comment on my response rate. I might not have a solution for you, but I will respond to you as soon as possible, and I will show you that I am concerned about what you're saying. For example, a guest could say, do you offer AC services? For example, I'm just looking for. We probably do not offer Violet Commander Joko. We probably don't offer that in all the units. But it is how I have responded very fast, and how I've given you an alternative solution. Please open the balcony windows, they open and they get fresh air. Or leave the doors open, there are no mosquitoes, and if there are any, allow me to send someone to bring you something, so they put on a socket, you prevent mosquitoes. Or a fan
Yeah.
work?
Yes.
Can I just send someone to bring you a fund?
Yeah.
So it's how you respond. So the guest will always say, as much as there's no A, B, C, D,
Yeah.
I am very happy with the communication.
Yes.
And how the listing owner was able to articulate herself. So I think for me that is a biggest game changer for me.
Yeah.
What I would want to improve, hiyo ni gani sasa? Oh my god. What would I want to improve? I would say I would want to improve on compromise.
Yeah.
Because I do get, as a human being, as a very soft human being,
Yes.
I do get to a place where I compromise a lot
Yeah.
for the guests.
Yeah.
So I think for me that is something. It's not like I want to change to be very negative,
Yeah.
but I want to separate business with from my emotions.
Yes. Sure.
Such that if I can't, I cannot.
Yeah.
If I can, I can.
Yeah. Sure.
So I have seen that people come to me and they say, oh, I'm not able to pay this consultation fee, can you reduce it? But now I'm not able to separate business and emotions.
Yes.
And that can really affect the performance of the business.
Yeah.
So I have put measures in place to
Yes.
take care of that.
Yeah.
So, and every day we learn and you get to realize this is how it is, these are how the standards are.
Yeah.
And now we're even putting them out there on social media. It's right easy.
Yeah.
It's in the air, so that now it's very clear.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I think you mentioned something about pricing, and which one do you prefer between a client coming direct and a client who is paying from Airbnb?
A client
Preference, like preferences of the payment and
the
everything.
offline and the online customers.
Yes.
Oh, I would say website.
Yeah.
I would
Because
I would go for none and then I would go for website.
Yes.
I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Online customers
Yeah.
can give you consistent income, assured income.
Yes.
It's like you have some assured. You have money that's assured,
Yeah.
and then you have money that's not assured.
Yes.
Offline customers, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know whether you're coming or not coming.
Yeah. Sure.
So I am waiting for agents.
Yeah.
I am waiting for social media.
Yes.
So that's offline customers are unpredictable.
Yeah.
That's where online customers come in, because an online customer would even book a month, 2 months, 3 months in advance. I have bookings right now for August.
Yeah.
I was even asking that client, are you sure
Yeah.
you are booking me for August?
Yes.
For these days? They're like, yes. I'm okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Amazing.
Okay, I have
Yeah.
bookings for August and we are barely in
Yeah.
March.
Yes.
Okay, so now that's online. Offline customers now pay you more.
Yeah.
Offline customers have the ability to pay you more. Let
Yeah.
me use that word.
Yes.
And then they have more ability to stay for longer periods than
Yes.
online customers.
Yes.
Okay, an offline customer would want to come. Yes, they will view the unit, they will negotiate a bit, but they will pay you for 3 months, 6 months, 8 months.
Yes.
That's an offline customer.
Yeah.
And then you do not get to have deductions in case you're listed on other applications. There are no
Yeah.
deductions
Yes.
whatsoever.
Yes.
Again, website customers is another place, because the website is yours.
Yeah.
Then bookings come directly to you, just like an offline customer,
Yeah.
but through
True answer.
our website or
Yes.
through a platform. Yeah.
Wow.
There are no charges.
That's amazing. But I think also in terms of now security of the funds, which one do you prefer? Online, offline?
Security of the funds.
As in, you're sure this person is going to pay and not ditch. Because I'm sure there's a way.
Online.
Yeah.
Because online, that's a good question. The online customers pay before.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
They prepay. So, but the offline customers will mostly come and then you discuss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. How long have we gone?
I'm not quite sure, but I think it must be an hour.
Okay.
Yeah. So
one last question, and then maybe we can call it a day. Guys, ensure that you sign up for the masterclass, which is going to happen on 23rd of March. It will be an online session either on Zoom or Google Meet. We are going to send you the link for registration. It's actually on the bio. Click on it, sign up, pay up, and we will be able to remember we have the early bird tickets that are going for 2,500, and then at the end of February we are going to have advanced tickets going for 3,500. So book now, book your slots now, and wait for 23rd of March. We are cooking very nice things. We are going to have a beginner's lesson. It's going to be interactive. We are going to discuss setups, locations. We are going to calculate with you ROI. We are going to look at why this location as opposed to this location. It's something that's quite an eye-opener for everyone who's starting and those who are agents and want to join the industry, because that is very important. If you're an agent, you want to join us, sign up as well for the beginners masterclass.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So our final question is, if you could give your starting self one piece of advice, what would it be?
Go girl, go. That was the only advice I would give my starting self, my younger self.
Yeah.
I would say go girl, go reach your potential, go start that business. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can add one more. What's something about you that most people don't know, but that plays a role in how you manage your Airbnb business?
Most people don't know that I was in a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Most people don't know that I have 12 years of experience in business development.
Yeah.
It's something that that most people do not know. You know, when they see on social media, they feel like you've just started.
Yeah.
But 12 years of experience in BD has led me to where I am right now, and some of the steps I'm taking is because of that experience.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So I think we can call it a day, but let people begin to register for the masterclass.
Yes,
yeah, masterclass
guys,
is coming.
register for the masterclass. Thank you so much. Thank you, Facebook. This is the first time we have gone live on Facebook, and then this is TikTok. All right, asanteni sana. Thank you, guys. Bye.
Amazing.
Oh, guess what?